Hello and welcome to BBC News School Report 2013. We will be reporting from Cardinal Newman Catholic School, Hove.
I'm Eleanor.
And I'm Chad.
Our top stories today are on the recent government's U-turn on the English Baccalaureate.
And on the fundraising our school has done for the charity Mary's Meals.
This year, on Thursday the 7th of February, Michael Gove scrapped his plans to change the education system from GCSEs to English Baccalaureate. This was a controversial decision because of the late notice that was given and because Mr Gove had seemed determined for his plans to go ahead, despite criticism from the media and many people who thought that it would be taking a step backward.
Two of our news reporters, Ben and Emily, were interviewed by the BBC on the day the changes were announced.
We have two students with us from Cardinal Newman School in Hove, Ben and Emily. Ben, I'm going to start with you. You're 13, so you would have taken your the e-back if it was going to come in 2015. How were you feeling about that, Ben? Was it something that you were looking forward to? Are you glad now that it's gone?
Yeah, I was happy that we'd gone back to GCSEs now because it was a more easy way and it was easier to understand than the international baccalaureate system.
What was it that was difficult to understand, do you think, about it?
It was just more of a complicated system, whereas GCSEs you could just pick your options, your subjects and the subjects that you wanted to do.
Emily, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think that it's a good decision that was made today to change back to GCSEs because the e-back was a very confusing and unfair system, I thought, because it didn't include the creative students who were better at arts and musics and subjects like that. So the GCSE, the traditional way that we had before, is definitely a better system, I think.
Definitely a better system. Would you say it's perhaps potentially an easier system? I
don't know about easier. I think it's better for the students because they know where they stand and they can pick the subjects that they're good at and the subjects that really they just feel more comfortable in. Like you can't really take an arty student and drop them into like a sciencey, languagey world
Sure.
and expect them to do well.
Okay, Ben, Emily, it's great to talk to you both. Thanks very much indeed for joining us and thanks for your perspective on the changes today. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
See ya. You, Ben and Emily. Our BBC school reporters, they're in Brighton. This year's School Report Newsday will be on the 21st of March and you can find more details about the project at bbc.co.uk/school.
Our other top stories are about the inspiring charity our school supports, Mary's Meals. The charity provides a meal a day for children living in less developed countries. The meal is given so that children are encouraged to go to school so they get a good education. Two of our school reporters, Neve and Grania, interviewed our school chaplain and some Year 7s about the charity and how they have participated in it.
We've heard that you are sponsoring a charity called Mary's Meals.
Could you please explain to us what the Mary's Meal project is?
Yeah, Mary's Meals is a charity that builds kitchens in schools in the developing world because so many kids can't get to school because they have to stay at home and make money to eat. And by putting a kitchen in a school, it means that so many children who wouldn't get to school are able to get to school. And when they get to school, they have a meal which helps them to live and to be strong and helps them to get the most out of their education.
Okay. How are you going to raise money for Mary's Meals?
By doing fundraising things, maybe sponsored silences, and also I did a charity sale outside my house, selling old toys and games and clothes and things, and I raised £231 and it's £10.70 to feed a child for a year, and that means that I would be able to feed about 25 children with the money that I've raised.
How much are you planning to raise for Mary's Meals this year?
The school's planning to raise £3,000 because that will feed all the children at the school in Malawi.
What we did last year, because we supported Mary's Meals last year, and we raised in the school £7,000, and that meant that we were able to fund the building of a kitchen in a school. So we've sponsored a school in Malawi in a village called Nankufi, and as a primary school there are about 400 children in the primary school, and so by raising our £3,000 we can pay for the food every year for that school, which is amazing.
Thank you for answering our questions about Mary's Meals. I hope you are successful in raising your money. It's really good that you've been doing that.
Thank you for watching our top stories today.
Please listen to our radio reports online and the BBC link to our school. Thank you and goodbye.